This is going to be a quick guide for Demonology in the War Within. So we're going to be doing Raiding and Mythic Plus both in here. Let's start off with the set bonus. 2 set, your primary demon deals more damage and your Shadow Bolt damage is increased by 50%, which is of course huge. Shadow Bolt has a chance to enrage your primary Felguard, increasing the damage of their next Legion strike by 300%. Pretty simple on there. Now, the Raid and Mythic Plus rotation are very, very, very similar. You're just going to add Implosion at the end for Mythic Plus. A few talents are going to be different. I will show you that in a minute. But yeah, Implosion at the end for Mythic Plus. So the first thing we can do is go with Power Siphon to sacrifice our imps and increase our damage by getting Demonic Core stacks. The cast on Demon Bolt is reduced and Demon Bolt damage is increased. Then we're going to go in and use Shadow Bolt, then summon our Felguard, use another Shadow Bolt, then use our Charhound, another Shadow Bolt, and then Dreadstalkers. So basically Shadow Bolt Demon, Shadow Bolt Demon, Shadow Bolt Demon. Use your Demon Bolt. It should still have the stacks on if you're not yapping like me. Then going in and using Hand of Gul'dan. Hand of Gul'dan is the main way we're spending our soul shards in Season 1. So if you don't know, you can have up to 5 soul shards as a warlock. Some of the spells are going to be generating them, including our Shadow Bolt, and then we spend them with Hand of Gul'dan. This is going to be basically do a huge meteor of imps and explosions, etc. on your target. And we want to spend at least 3 soul shards on here. Once you've got all of your demons out, you can then summon your Tyrant. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to empower your other demons. And you do want to make sure that you have your demons out already when you summon your Tyrant to make sure that you're getting full use of it. After that, we can use Demonic Strength to empower our primary Felguard. Of course, actually summoning those ourselves. It's not the secondary Felguards that we're going to get here. And then Implosion. Demonic forces suck all of your wild imps towards the target and then cause them to violently explode, dealing Shadow Flame damage to all enemies within 8 yards. And that is for the more AoE and Mythic Plus build. So again, use your Power Siphon on cooldown, then cycle in your Shadow Bolts, generating soul shards, get all of your demons out, using any procs that you get, use your Demon Bolt, use your Hand of Gul'dan to spend those soul shards and get your Summon Tyrant out to empower all of your demons. The more demons we have out, the more damage we do, and they all symbiotically actually help each other with the talents we have picked, including the Diabolist hero talents that we are going with. This is a quick guide, so I'm not going to go through these in full detail, but the main keystone talent is Diabolic Ritual. Spending a soul shard on a damaging spell grants Diabolic Ritual for 20 seconds. While it's active, each soul shard spent reduces its duration. When it expires, you gain Demonic Art, causing the next Hand of Gul'dan to summon an Overlord, Mother of Chaos, or Pit Lord that does a devastating attack. And then you did see that sometimes your Shadow Bolt will turn into Infernal Bolts. Hurl a bolt of enveloped in the infernal flames of the abyss, dealing 1,000,000 fire damage to your enemy target and generating soul shards. So that instead of your Shadow Bolt, it's going to be Infernal Bolt instead. And then we have as well Ruination. Summoning a Pit Lord causes your next Hand of Gul'dan to then become Ruination instead. Call down a demon-infested meteor from the depths of the Twisting Nether, dealing chaos damage on impact to all enemies within 8 yards of the target and summoning 3 wild imps. And damage is reduced beyond 8 targets. Really, really fun on there as well. So those are the few changes you will be seeing on your spells due to the hero talents that we are taking. But that is pretty much the rotation. Cycling in your Shadow Bolts or Infernal Bolts, whatever they turn into, to generate soul shards. Spending soul shards on Hand of Gul'dan, not capping out your soul shards, of course. Using Power Siphon on cooldown. Use your Summon Demons on cooldown as well. And then empowering them with Summon Demonic Tyrant and using Demonic Strength to also increase damage as well. And then in AoE using Implosion. And that pretty much is it for this quick guide. Now, if you are looking for a much more in-depth guide, looking more in-depth at the talents, all of the hero talents and rotation, etc., then I would suggest checking out my full guide on my WoW channel. So in the pinned comment and description, I have left links to those full guides. They're a lot longer than this one. But I will put also the Mythic Plus and Raiding talent builds in the description here as well. But the rotation does pretty much stay the same. And if you would like to also support the channel, you can check out my Patreon. There's a link to that in the description. I've got loads of macros on there for each class in the War Within that will help make your life easier, and loads of LVI profiles as well. And should you want to watch other quick guides, you can click this playlist you now see, because I have done all of them for the War Within for PvE and also PvP.